before we go on, I just want to check on some sports stats, keep myself sharp here on the sports, and I'll use my computer and just go in here, and I'm going to check. Okay.
It's live stream time. That's what time it is, if you're wondering. I'm Dave. Welcome to the show. This is our actual, no doubt about it, last live stream of the season. Barring something really, really wild ass happening. This is it. But we're here.
This is it.
We've got a lot of important things to talk about. We've got some guests who are going to pop on. Dylan's here. KJ's here. Say hello to the fellas at home.
KJ, you first, man.
We're going to go wall to wall on everything that is NBA trade deadline coverage. Start to bottom, every team, break down what it means, maybe grade the trades, just real deep into what it means to have like Matthias Thybulle on your roster now.
Ooh. Mavs apparently made a push. Glad they didn't.
I was going to say Norman Powell, but I'm like, I don't think he got traded. I just saw him play the Mavericks the other night. So, yeah, we're not doing any of that.
I'm not doing any of that. This is a fun one. This is like a prop bet extravaganza. Super Bowl prop bets. We're talking the big game. Talking Patty Mahomes, Jackson Mahomes, all the Mahomes.
Damn. Prop style. Prop now.
I like that.
I support it.
I like that.
Support it.
I should have workshopped it.
It's not bad.
Yeah. So we're working through some things with our first guest. He's texting me. You never want to get the "How do I get on?" text.
That's good.
Importantly,
that's what you want. This guy's been doing. Oh, this guy doesn't know how to work StreamYard. This guy's been doing social media. Like he invented social media. Like he knows how to do these things.
He really, literally did. But we got some stuff to kick around before he hops on anyway. I mean, Dylan, you broke some news before the pod in the group text. If you want to tell the folks at home what happened.
Yeah, I just tweeted about it too. If you want to check me out at dshippery 4Es. Quinn Ewers no longer has a mullet. He beat Will and me to the fade. Actually, he got faded up. Mullet is gone. He even trimmed the beard a little bit. It's a new man, new quarterback. Basically, what I'm saying is that Texas is back.
I'm glad to hear this. I'm not gonna lie, you had me there at the first half. I was a little concerned I was missing out on something, given that we just did all that Texas and recruitment talk. It's like shit. Did some big news drop right after we had Mike Roach on? He didn't even tip us off. Luckily, it's just a little bit of a haircut.
It's just a haircut. It's just a haircut, KJ, but it's big.
Dire need of it. Thanks to the good folks over at Nutrafol, I'm like hanging in there. But your boy's due for a fade like any minute now.
You guys talk about your top 5, bottom 5 things you liked about sports in the last month while I take care of this. Go ahead.
Oh gosh, that's a tough one.
And where do I begin? First off, what better platform to come together really as a nation, really unite as one over brain trauma and other things. No, I actually do have a good question. I don't know how much we're going to get into the same question every time we have a championship game. We talk about it quite a bit. I'm going to go ahead and cuck Super Bowl food real quick for a moment here. I'm dealing with a little bit of how much do I just plan my menu for myself versus for the fam. I've mentioned on the pod probably in the past, my wife's a pescatarian. And then, 2.5-year-old will eat whatever. But your boy's really hankering to smoke some ribs. So I'll probably go ham on that. Is it too much to then plan the rest of the menu for myself as well? Or am I just getting selfish at that point?
Are you taking food to a Super Bowl gathering of people, or is it just this is a family situation?
From the smoker to the kitchen. Yeah. From the smoker to the cochina.
But you're not having guests over.
No. We had guests over today, but just
I'm talking about the Super Bowl, KJ.
Yeah.
KJ, if you want to smoke ribs for the Super Bowl, smoke ribs for the Super Bowl. You can please everybody here. You got the grill already going. Maybe get a cedar plank, throw some salmon on there, something for the wife, kids. They'll eat whatever,
Fair.
like you said. Do some
fair.
wings, do some ribs, whatever you want to do.
Might smoke some queso. Fuck that up. See how that goes in 40-degree weather.
Say hi to Dave and KJ. Give him a deuce like that.
What's up, dude?
He's
I owe
excited about
Parks-
the big game this weekend.
We're getting this taken care of now.
I owe Parks a big thank you. It's been years, but I do need to point out that working in internet or on something like podcasts where you'll get well actually, maybe I've said it before, nothing prepares you for the well actually game than like having a child who knows more than 4 dinosaur names and you misnaming like one of them to their face. Because Kai doesn't know the roast hand yet, but Diplodocus is like a thing. Spinosaurus is a real thing. And
Oh yeah.
you know, the kid can barely say Tuesday, but he can fucking dunk all over me. I'm like a 4-syllable dinosaur.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
you
Shouts
will
to
learn.
Parks for preparing me for that.
Go ahead, Dave.
No, I'm sorry to interrupt. He's hopping in now. I just sent him the link. Can we watch the guy who won the internet today? Good sir.
Yeah.
The Dallas Stars kid. I don't know.
You set the table here, and I'll try to see if I can get that
Did he
going.
lose the internet today or win?
It depends on how you look at it. Some people say there's no publicity that's bad. There's a bet. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, let me get this frame off of here. See if I can blow this up real quick. Back this up.
Oh.
How about you step down here now?
The audio's gonna come through, but whatever. Somebody go ahead and close caption it for me.
Oh.
Oh, there we go. All right, that's
There
enough.
we
I
go.
assume.
That's all we want to see. A little loud.
Yeah.
Okay.
I assume he is drinking, and I say that because his reaction time just couldn't. It's non-existent. It's not even slow. It's just non-existent. That guy loaded up and swung on him, and he didn't even flinch. He just took it. He wore it.
The people in the other rows, they're like watching. They're like, oh, he's getting into like striking posture. You could see him kind of dipping a little bit, and
Fix his hair.
It is truly the most obvious punch of all time, and to not be prepared for that moment is just disgraceful. Not the worst.
Tries to catch that man's fist with his face.
Yeah, and to his credit, he held up pretty well. But man, what a bad look. And my favorite part is earlier in the night, whatever crew was showing that game, whatever channel, like showed that kid walking through like the mezzanine. Oh, here's a good crowd shot of this kid, and then like 2 hours later he's taking that L.
Yeah,
I like how
Let's get
casual
Chad
the
in
guy
here.
behind the shot is, just chilling. All right, somebody set this up. I'll get the frame ready.
We've got a very
All right.
special guest who decided to ditch his daughter's soccer practice today.
Yeah, I said sorry. I have more important things to do.
It's
Hey,
hashtag
Chad,
Chad.
You ever get
How we
punched
doing,
in the
boys?
face?
No, I haven't
Not
actually.
yet.
No,
Not yet, huh?
That doesn't shock
Respect
me.
that.
I actually forgot that. It gets dark pretty early, so I thought we would be like still in soccer practice at 6:30. But turns out it's dark around 6, so they cut it off around 6. So I made it home.
Chad,
You guys, I know that the temperatures may be a little bit different in your area than in Austin, but are you guys doing 70-degree fires at your house?
Well, it was a little bit chillier than 70 today, and right now it's like
Okay.
right now it's mid 40s, and it's gonna be pretty cold tomorrow. It's 55 right now.
I guess the front is making its way. It's still
Front's
pretty
making
warm
its
here.
way because it's going to be a high of
Got it.
46 tomorrow. So
oh,
don't judge. Don't
time
judge
out.
me.
Time out. Northern guy is shaking his damn head right now. I could just see it on KJ's face.
Like I said, I'm what do you call it? I'm reaping all of the sowing I was doing, talking all that shit about how sensitive everyone has been in North Texas now that I'm in Madison. And here today I get caught with like 7 inches of snow and they shut down daycare and it just completely wrecks the workday. So I will not poke the bear anymore. But I do have to ask this question. Do you look at this next 72 hours as like the lead up to the Super Bowl, or is this all kind of just waiting on, what are they calling it? Swing to Survive? What's the Netflix thing going to be called?
Full swing.
Full Swing. How H are you for that experience?
I'm trying not to be a little full swinged out, to be honest.
Already?
I mean, it has been just the lead up has been, good on their part, I guess. Like they're doing a great job marketing, but I almost feel like I've had enough full swing and it hadn't even come out yet. But I am very excited what does that come out on the 15th?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'll be cool. Waste management as well.
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily, since the Cowboys aren't in it, I'm not like, chomping at the bit to looking forward to the Super Bowl 3 days early kind of thing. But fortunately, there's some other fun stuff going on. Waste management's always a fun thing that people watch for the weekend.
Yeah, how about that? That's a scene. Have you ever been?
Yeah.
Damn it.
I caddied for Ty in the Pro-Am 2 years ago. I guess this was February of 2020. So like literally we got home from that event and COVID shut the world down. But we played in the Pro-Am and I caddied for him. And then I went there when I was with Callaway for several times. I watched Phil. I stayed for a Thursday round in what was it, 2015 or something, 2014. And I don't know if y'all remember, but Phil shot 60 and he like horseshoe lipped out for 59 on 18. We call it the 59 and a half, but I watched his every shot from his round on that for that one. That was probably 2014, 2015.
Of course.
So that was pretty cool.
Of course, Dave famously shot a 102 with the dudes who are perfect.
Famously, yeah. Could have been way better too. He left a couple out there.
Is that what I shot?
I don't remember. I have no idea.
I feel like I was low 90s.
Yeah, you played well that day. You were so hard on yourself too.
Well,
you're so hard on yourself.
I was so
upset. You would hit one. You would like miss the fairway by a foot, and you're like, dude, I'm so sorry. If I'm holding you up, like, just let me know. Like, I'll just pick up. I'm like, dude, you're playing great golf right now. Like, what are you? Relax, man.
No, you told me I was a little quick out of my transition, so I was like,
yeah,
you know what? I thought about it.
That's your number one problem.
I thought about it the entire day.
You did hit that great flop shot over the tree,
as documented by you.
That was special.
Yeah. Take that, Brian Bros. Chad, who you liking this weekend in the big game?
I like the Chiefs. I think the Eagles absolutely lucked into this Super Bowl. I mean, you had the bye. Obviously, they had a great year. They had a great season. And then they had the bye, and then they beat a Giants team who probably shouldn't have made it that far, if we're being honest. And then a banged up Niners team that had no quarterback. So, I mean, I feel like were gifted the Super Bowl more than any team that I can recall in recent memory. But that also, doesn't necessarily mean anything. They're a good team. I still like the Chiefs, by touchdown.
What are you thinking about halftime? What's Rihanna coming out to? What's she opening with?
Man, I don't know. I'm not the biggest Rihanna fan, or like up to date on the latest in Rihanna news. So, I'm more interested in the commercials. I'm more of a commercial guy, but it sucks because I hate how they always release the commercials soon, like before the Super Bowl. It's not a Super Bowl commercial. It's just an ad.
When did they start doing that? It's
dude, they've been out for like a week, all the good ones. And it's like, I don't know exactly when that trend started. And I feel like it was somewhat recent, right? Like in the last 5 or 6 years, they've been doing that. But it just takes away all the excitement and like what you look forward to in the Super Bowl commercials because they put them out early. I mean, I've already seen the Breaking Bad. What was the commercial for? Pop chips or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's great. It's a great ad, but it's just an ad. It's not a Super Bowl commercial to me. I mean, I don't know, but whatever.
Chad, of course, he is formerly at Callaway, but now a lot of people are saying he's the brains behind Dude Perfect. At least that's what he told. That's what you told me to say. What can you give us a look and see, or like a little like what those guys might be up to here in the next few months? Anything fun?
Yeah, we've got it's kind of a little bit of a slow start to the year. We had in the fall we did the alternate stream for Thursday Night Football, which was cool for a few games from our headquarters, and that was awesome. And so we're gearing up to kind of select a location for this new Dude Perfect World concept that we announced. If you guys got a couple $100 million bucks you're looking to get rid of, we're looking for investors for that.
We put our bid in. We'll see
Okay.
if it lands. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're doing that, and then actually ESPN's doing a 30 for 30 on Dude Perfect, so they've been following us for like the last year. So that's kind of getting into the editing phase. And so that'll be probably coming out this summer, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that is cool, because we were talking about it, and you said that in the run up to that they would come on and do the show, and you would promote it through every social channel that Dude Perfect has.
Yes, and also did you get Kobe's plug for the podcast when he was up in space? We were talking about when we were playing golf. We were talking about what Kobe. He was right before he was going to space, and we were talking about what he was going to say when he got up there or when he got off or something. And Dave was like, "Yeah, I'm going to need you to plug my podcast too, if you don't mind." It was really funny.
Yeah, this is after I made him and what's the other feller's name? The tall dude,
Cody. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Cody, and yeah, the other they were they did like 4 videos for like my friend's kids and my nephew. So that was really cool.
Yeah, they got that thing down to a T.
I was so impressed. They one take just completely nailed it, breezed through them all. I was very impressed.
The pros.
Yeah, they've done it a time or two. What's new with you guys?
I'll defer to these.
Same old, man.
David's getting ready for a combine performance. You think David breaks 5.2 and a 40?
Golly, what a line! No, what a line that is,
dude. I'll put money on $100. I break 5.2. So.
I don't think you break a 5.2. I don't know.
I'll bet you $100, Dave.
All right, I'll put a girl.
I'll go in on 100 on that. Let's do it. I'm good for that.
5 to 1.
I feel like one of y'all is constantly on vacation. By the way, like if it's not Will, it's Dylan. Dylan's like on a vacation. It seems like every weekend now.
Wow.
No, that's not me. You're thinking of Will for sure. I did just get back from one, but it was my first one since like in a long time. So
was it? Okay.
Yeah.
How was that? It looked awesome. I've been wanting to go skiing for a long time. It was great,
man. Yeah. We did Park City and Deer Valley. My first time in Utah. Excellent skiing. Yeah, it was good.
A lot of snow, I heard. Last question. DraftKings has KJ Jefferson at plus 8,000 for Heisman futures. Hammered or no?
Dude, plus 8,000? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, obviously, take it with a grain of salt. Arkansas fan, but dude, I mean, if he comes back, he came back this year and was bigger, stronger, more accurate than he was the year before. And if he gets a little bit bigger, stronger, or actually doesn't even need to get bigger, maybe a little bit quicker and more accurate. I mean, I absolutely think this year before the season started, he was up there in some of the talks for a long shot for the Heisman. So, I think absolutely next year, just based on the improvements that he made this year, I don't think it's absurd at all to think that.
If there were 3 weeks where people were trying to give Anthony Richardson a Heisman, I definitely think KJ Jefferson can be in that convo. So,
dude, 100%.
The real name I've been seeing get tossed around. This is actually an Arkansas tie-in. Malik Hornsby, who has now landed at Texas State.
Is that where he went? No way.
The Texas State University in San Marcos, Texas. You're probably familiar. What can you tell me about Malik?
Dude, he's the fastest player on our team. Legitimately, he was the fastest player on our team. I honestly think that he's really good. Obviously, dual threat. He's super quick. He made a couple starts this year there was a couple of games where KJ was out, and we started like some guy that I'd never heard of. And I'm like, there must be something going on. Like the fact that we wouldn't start Malik Hornsby with KJ out was like a little, I'm like, is there a little locker room issue going on there or something? He doesn't get along with the coaches. I thought there had to have been something like that going on because he was clearly better. Because I mean, they would sub him in and he would, instantly be, moving the football. I mean, I think he played LSU and almost beat LSU. But he's electric, dude. I think he'll be great for Texas State.
That sounds phenomenal. I'm so excited. We're actually recruiting the state of Texas and getting people like it's a good time, man. We're gonna one of these days land GJ Kinney, the new coach, on this show. I can feel it.
Texas State's always a Texas powerhouse when it comes to recruiting.
You can't talk Texas football without bringing up Texas State. Like that story can't be told.
You just can't do it.
No, you can't. Chad, you can't tell the story of Wash Media without you, my friend.
You don't think?
True.
I don't know.
True.
I don't think I played a part in any of this. I just
that's not true.
Parking lot chase down.
Launch our company by bringing us to San Diego, and then we interviewed Chris Harrison and Colton.
Yeah.
You had your fingerprints all over it, man. We thank you for that.
And y'all talked to Solly from No Laying Up, who was like, "Hey, y'all should just go for this." Like, I think he had some good advice for you guys too, because he had just kind of went out on his own and, what was that? Maybe a year or two before, and started his own thing.
Yeah.
And I forgot about that. That was fun.
Yeah, unfortunately for those guys that No Laying Up, it hasn't gone very well for them since.
Yeah,
you don't really see them doing anything like totally dope or anything.
Yeah, it's a tough look over there. They're obviously struggling. Yeah, they just picked up KVV, who's one of the most talented sports writers that I know. And so him moving from ESPN to No Laying Up was insane, but also super smart for them. So yeah, they're doing great.
Chad, thank you so much for hopping on.
Are we not going to talk prop bets?
Oh yeah, give us your prop. Give us your what are you most aged for? What prop bet? What are you all rocked up
I'm
about?
glad you said that because I completely forgot to pick mine, Chad.
I consulted my buddy Sparky this morning, who's the degenerate gambler of the Dude Perfect crew. And he's the guy that's like watching the, placing bets on like the Bundesliga or whatever, when there's no sports on or whatever. And so he had a couple for me. National Anthem is always, a crowd favorite. I think last year it went minute 35, or the over under was a minute 35 and it went 155. I think this year it's 159. The overs hit 2 years in a row, and at 159 this year, I kind of like the under for the National Anthem. There was a funny one that there's going to be a Burger King commercial before a Bud Light commercial. So I could definitely see that happening.
How long is the national anthem supposed to go for again?
It depends on the singer.
It's
like,
interesting.
if they draw it out or not. So like it's that's why it fluctuates every year, because it depends on, do you have like a long-winded, I don't know how they, I don't know how the formula is for that, but they were way off last year because they had a minute 35 and it went 155.
Yeah, it's really weird because I was trying to figure out what my wife has been calling me Mr. National Anthem lately. Not really sure what that's about.
I mean, if
Chris
that fluctuates
Stapleton.
as much as that,
Yeah, crazy.
Oh,
She
is it Chris
said
Stapleton?
Right, Chad.
Take the under.
Well, thanks, boys. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Chad.
Love
Thank
you,
you.
Chad. You're the man.
Talk soon. See you, boys.
Lay. Do we want to just bring the entire squad in?
We might have
I
to.
feel like we've kind of got to go Royal Rumble here. We owe DJ all of his life back. We've got 2 Jakes in the lobby as well. So let's at least go by order of arrival.
Yeah,
Because I
let's do a
feel like we've been
scoregami.
edging DJ.
all right. Let's bring
So,
DJ
first off-
first. Intro DJ. It's
DJ.
DJ Bean from the Brunch Podcast.
It's our man, Deej. Yeah, brunch
From the
podcast.
Song of the
We
Year
love Deej.
tweet and brunch. Hello, DJ.
He's also
Don't pull
he's a
this shit
Vineyard
on me
Nights
again.
guy, too.
Hello.
You got
What if
talk,
I was
Steve.
one of those guys? What if I was just like very soft spoken? I was like a very soft spoken podcast guest, and like every you're like, oh, the DG's so wonderful and stuff, and I just did a lot of these. Like,
Can you
I
expand
don't
on
know,
that?
man. I don't know if that's not great audio.
That would rip as a pod. Oh no, dude, that would be awesome as a pod. They'd be like, man, I wonder what
It's
he's.
good
I
to
wonder,
Yeah.
wonder if he's
Good
doing
to
like a
hear your
little
voice, DJ.
prayer hands and bow thing. Yo, Dylan, I was on with some of these fellas. Actually, I feel like the last 2 times I've done stuff with the washed folk, Dylan, you haven't been there. So this is
I
a
know,
big
man.
this is a big day for me.
Yeah, you hopped on Monday.
Well-
Monday, right? Or was it? Yeah, it was
Yeah.
Monday. Yeah, I'm sorry to miss that, man.
Yeah.
But it was everything
was
was in
tied
good
up
hands
with all
you
the
and
snow.
boys.
Although
We're making cocaine jokes, KJ. That's like your
It's a
third
snow
one
joke.
already.
Jeez,
It's a cocaine bear guerrilla marketing tactic. I'm so excited.
Ooh.
All right.
did
With
you know
that
that
said,
cocaine? Did you know that cocaine, by the way, is illegal?
Not if we have anything to do with it.
Oh, yeah. I hear you.
We've been saying legalize cocaine, man. We made some t-shirts actually.
Legalize it, man.
Yeah.
It's a
Very
shame.
cool.
It's a
All
shame
right.
that pot being legalized ended people going around saying legalize it. Because that was a fun little catchphrase.
It was more fun before it was legal.
Cocaine, you're up. I've never done cocaine before, but I'm just gonna
mushrooms snuck in there in a couple states. I was good with that.
Folks,
True.
folks, I've got a big announcement live from Baltimore. Host of the Baltimore Beatdown podcast, it's Jake Luke.
Boys, how we doing? Thanks for having me on again.
Ooh,
Jake,
deep
what's
voice,
good, man?
Just
I'm
good
doing
mic
well.
after good mic after good mic.
He deepens
All right.
his voice like I do.
Yeah, I learned it from Dave too. I was listening to the pod on the way over, and Dave was just giving me that vintage like Tom Brokaw kind of gravel to his voice. I'm trying to
Look, I'm all juiced up on prednisone. Everybody knows that. You guys got to just let it go. I haven't heard the end of it
He
today.
threw that in a
Come
text
on.
like I know exactly what this is, and I was like, all right, I'm just gonna
I
sell
Most
this.
people-
I was on that stuff post ACL like 10 years ago. At this point, I can confirm it hits.
Yeah.
Weekend 1 or
Yeah.
weekend 2? All right. With that said, we're gonna get Jake Kemp on.
Okay.
Yeah, that registered.
ACL jokes just flying overheads here, left and right. Speaking of flying overheads, a man who knows everything about two towers, Jake Kemp.
Okay.
Unbelievable.
That's not
Unbelievable.
fair.
Yeah, my whole thing is like, it's not so much legalize cocaine. I just want to decriminalize it, you know? Like, I think we just start with the decrim of coke, and then we sort of work from there. I'm coming
I
to you
don't
boys
hate that.
live
You got
from
any-
the Super Bowl.
It'd be just be a lot of running around like, hey, you better not. That's not legal.
Yeah,
you know.
hey, come on now.
It's just a slap on the wrist. Now it's
You actually in
like that.
Phoenix?
Cut
Yeah.
that
You
out.
actually in Phoenix, Jake?
I am in Phoenix. I am at a hotel that is across the street from the media center. And I've never seen more people like street preaching, yelling about. Did you guys see Pro-Life Spider-Man?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I
That's
saw his
one block from
website.
where I am.
I mean,
Yeah.
Spider-Man famously is pro-life. He tries to save as many as possible.
Right. Yeah. And this guy was like, all right, well, then let's advance that to raising money. So he climbed like a 40-story building down the street from the media center here to raise money for babies. I don't totally know. But
I feel like that happens like every 5 years, and I never get what they're actually raising money for. It's a little bit of a human situation.
yeah.
For his
it's
own like
confusing.
legal fees. He's just like, hey, just pay for my hobby. I like the attention. I really like the hobby.
So it's a
Tying
Patreon.
yeah,
That's right. Yes. It's a Patreon.
Respect that.
Patreon Spider-Man.
Word.
Jake, do you have your own room?
I do. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
You're not sharing it with Warren Sapp or any other people who were found
I'm like-
in hotel rooms in Phoenix at a Super Bowl.
Okay. You need to relax is what you need to do. I'm like 40. They're not going to have me sharing a room, Dave.
You'd be surprised.
I think Dave was doing a crank play there. I think that's
Yeah,
what
well, it's
the
a crank
insinuation.
play, correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, totally, bro.
Just trying
I
to
know
follow
your
my
time
bros.
is pressed. Do you want to tell the good folks what you're doing this evening before we exit you gracefully, unless you have some prop bets to share with us while we beat down the other Jake and DJ?
I'll stick around. I'm in no huge hurry. Yeah,
Okay.
we're going to go see the man who ended Bill Cosby, Hannibal Buress, here in about an hour and a half. Yeah.
I met
Noted
Hannibal
free
Buress one
man.
time.
Was he?
Tell us that story, DJ.
Sure, you got it. I was at Boston Calling Music Festival. It was actually with my buddy Pete, and we were walking through the crowd, and Hannibal Buress was just walking around, and I went up to him. I was wearing a Baywatch hat, and I was like,
Of course.
Hannibal, Baywatch, just saw the movie. Nice job, bud. And he was, I think the statute of limitations, Hannibal Buress famously doesn't give an F about statute of limitations. He'll he'll cancel somebody whenever he can. That was weird. I'm pro Hannibal Buress having canceled Bill Cosby. Anyway,
That's good.
yeah,
Noted free man Bill Cosby. We should all acknowledge.
that is true.
Like he might be at the show tonight too. Who knows?
Although I am pro Tempest Bledsoe and Felicia Rashad and Malcolm Jamal Warner, and I do feel bad that a lot of their great work got erased. Anyway, that's the story of me meeting. No, just kidding. I
Started with
I was like,
Tempest.
yo, saw Tempest Bledsoe. I was like, yo, I saw Baywatch, and he was like, I didn't see that shit. How'd they kill me? He was like, they just had me shoot a couple of things, and then I'm assuming they killed me. And I was like, yeah, they lit you on fire. And he was like, yeah, whatever. He was not very pro Baywatch. He wasn't happy about Baywatch.
So I met him at South by like 6 years ago. Me and another guy we used to work with snuck backstage at like a Fantagram Big Boy concert, and he was there. And I just went up to him to get a pic, and he really didn't say 2 words to me. He just looked at me, eyes barely open, took the pic, and covered my face up in the pic, which I think is a bit he does. And I was just like, all right, well, thanks a lot.
Or he was just hammered. I mean,
A little bit of both, probably, yeah.
KJ, what do you think of when you hear Fanagram?
Big Grams, and then watching Pussy Riot in like 100-degree weather right afterwards at Hangout Fest.
Oh, I was going to say the time that I peed my pants on ecstasy while we were watching them at
Okay,
Hangout
that
Fest.
too.
we'll do it to you.
Baltimore, Jake, have you peed your pants
Yeah,
in
it was a
public
it was a
recently?
very, very tough moment for me. But
Not in public and not recently. But yeah, you know, I don't disclose that type of stuff publicly though. So
Hey, Baltimore Jake, you think you're better than me?
hands up.
And what does it feel like to be in the Super Bowl in your second year as the coach of the Eagles?
I see it.
Just roasting Jake.
I
That's not a roast.
didn't think it was a negative. That's a compliment. I just noticed the Nick Sirianni resemblance.
Are we
Not
talking
bad.
about me or Kemp?
You.
Okay. Okay, I'll take that.
And
Yeah.
maybe it's the hat. I think it's the hat and the beard. There
Oh,
we go.
no.
There it is. Yeah, there it is.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow, that's a little too real.
Yeah, I'm gonna start. And the Baltimore and the Philly accent, a lot of people don't know. Pretty much the same thing. So
Yeah, I watched The Wire.
yeah, you watched We Own the City too, right?
I did. I'm big. I was texting you about it. I'm a big
Yeah.
fan.
I read the book.
John Bernthal just absolutely going for it. That was a tremendous performance,
Yeah. There's like more to it than meets the eye. You got to really like.
dude.
Jake,
It's just
Jake read the book.
like, these
he
guys
knows.
were like 1930s gangsters. Like you don't even realize, man, just how deep it went.
Who do you guys like in the big game? DJ Bean.
I'm going Philadelphia Eagles, although I do have a thing where I kind of want to see Patrick Mahomes win as much as he can. Like I feel it sounds weird, but if you grew up watching Brady, and I'm from Boston, so I watch a lot of Tom Brady, you kind of fell in love with the idea of like, how much can this awesome person win? So I still have a little bit of that in me, but I'm certainly not watching a good quarterback right now because we all know that Mac Jones famously is the worst. So like, who's the awesome quarterback? It's Patrick Mahomes. And even though I'm a Chargers guy, so I should want the Chiefs to lose, I like Patrick Mahomes. So I'll be happy for Mahomes if he gets another one.
You want to witness greatness, is what you're saying.
That's it, man. That's why before I joined,
that.
that's why before I jumped in this stream, I was just watching it.
Oh, wow.
Feel me?
That's a major compliment, man.
What's-
Yeah, I would
you
have to
watched-
agree.
You watched 80 for Brady recently. I don't want to derail this whole thing, but I assume
did.
you'll be the only person of the 6 of us who will watch it. Can you give us 30 seconds on anything about that movie?
It's really accurate, which is cool. And I mean, the cast is awesome. It's not a bad movie. As long as you know what you're
Jesus,
in for,
guy.
it's fine.
He's holding
fine.
Duncan stock.
I'm
Don't listen to him.
disappointed though. Nobody, like Pete didn't see 80 for Brady. Everyone's just skipping 80 for Brady. And I'm like, yo, this 80 for Brady is a fucking content goldmine.
Is the market flooded with like movies where people are doing bits now? Like you got the Cocaine Bear coming out. Like, are we kind of getting to that point?
Yeah, for sure. And you see, I mean, TV shows or streaming shows, movies, so much stuff is like, what's a ridiculous premise or what's a scenario where we can shoot a movie that has GIFs in it? They're all thinking that shit.
It's a
I
little
didn't realize.
12-ish. You get like the Sharknado type stuff. It feels like, sometimes you got to go back to actually move forward.
A few minutes ago in this stream, somebody else was talking, and I just did one of these just in case somebody was watching, and they were like, what was that? And they could clip it, and then there's like a cool GIF from this where I went like that. So you always got to be mindful.
We also call that thumbnail chasing when we record our podcast episodes. Dave is,
I love
really
that term.
very guilty of that. Yeah,
I love that
do
term.
it for the live stream, but if you guys get me doing the Sirianni face, that's thumbnail chasing on my part.
Can you do it? Can you do it slow mo? The folks at home would love a slow mo. Yeah,
pretty good.
Okay.
Might be a little suggestive.
Pretty good.
Let's not get that.
Mike Leach-esque.
Hey, before we get further into it, can I give a shout out to our good friends at DraftKings?
Oh yeah, please do.
Please do.
I don't know if you guys know this, but the big game is finally here. Some people go to big game parties for the chili, others go for the chips and the dip. Only those in the know are there for the real action that can only be found on DraftKings Sportsbook. We're teaming up with DraftKings to give all new customers a winning offer. All new customers have to do is sign up for DraftKings using our promo code WASHED. Bet at least $5 on the big game, and you'll instantly receive an additional $200 in bonus bets. Yeah, that's right. New customers bet just $5 on the big game, and you'll instantly get $200 in bonus bets deposited in your account. Wondering what you could do with $200 in bonus bets? Try out same-game parlays, where you can combine multiple bets from one game, like which team will have the most passing yards and who will score the first touchdown of the night for even bigger winnings. If mobile sports betting is not available in your state, don't worry. You can still get in on the fun with DraftKings Daily Fantasy. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. New customers use promo code WASH, bet $5 on the big game, and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. That's promo code WASH only at DraftKings Sportsbook. See show notes for details. Ooh, baby. Most people didn't have me getting through that in a clean take, but I did.
Ray Charles over here.
I have a bit of breaking news. Nothing crazy, but there's been talks of which year Texas and OU will officially bolt for the SEC. This will be the farewell tour. This is the official farewell tour this year. 2024 is the first year that they will be in the SEC, according to the Big 12 conference on Twitter.
They didn't want to play BYU's 26-year-olds 2 years in a row.
Dylan, I need to get a good SEC chant out of you. Like, I need a video of you out in public doing the SEC chant.
We'll see about it, Jake. We'll see.
I got real quick.
Yeah, I'm from coattail riding another program. That's what they do, don't they? Anyway, what's up, KJ?
Real quick, I do want the panel's here opinion on a 5.240 from one David C. Ruff. Jake Kemp, your thoughts and opinions.
Oh boy, that's a really good number to set it at. I think
DJ.
I think he could beat that. And not by much, but I think right now he could beat that.
I don't know, man. I think the last time Dave actually like full out sprinted was the last time we did one of these combines, and that was what, like 2016-ish, Dave?
I was a different guy. That was before the prednisone.
Okay. He's been juicing.
I've been on the corticosteroids.
I will step up and say, if we hold this in March, I will not participate in the 40. but I'd be willing to wager like a bench wager, but we'll see. Jake, Baltimore Jake, 5-2 or nah from David C. Ruff.
Under.
DJ?
Just under. Because the problem is, like, you're going to be worried about getting injured. You're going to pull up.
Never.
You are.
That means
I'll
over,
die
right?
out
You're
there.
saying-
I'll die on that
You're
track.
saying over?
Over. Yeah.
Okay.
No.
I'm smelling a 4-8. It's then requested that he go again, and he gets the Jerry Seinfeld thing where he's like, "No, I choose not to run."
Never again.
Yeah,
Exactly.
he never runs again the rest of his life.
And
You
it's
guys set up
4-8 gets
social
you-
situations where
go
like
off and-
you're
yeah.
trying to catch a bus or somebody's chasing you, and every time Dave's like, "Nice try."
4-8 gets you drafted in a lot of positions, man. I don't know about that.
Yeah,
Probably not the ones I'm playing.
I don't know, man.
You need
I
a
could-
four,
I could
a
see you-
4-8 slot receiver.
I could see you
4-8
plugging
is
the A
like-
gap on the D line.
I'm pretty sure like Alshon Jeffrey ran a 4-8.
Yeah.
4-8.
The most random.
Like
I don't know why, but I just
Famously
imagine,
overweight as a wide receiver.
I just imagine David wearing a football uniform, and I'm gonna be laughing about that for the next.
He's got the
couple
long
months.
sleeves, like he's got the old like Riddell helmet on.
Look, if you don't think I'm gonna like shred the bottom of my workout tee, like me in 8th grade football, you're dead wrong.
Like a flounder in the Zeke costume.
Yeah, exactly like that. Okay, well, you know what? I got people doubting me, and that you know what? That's all I needed.
Not me. I said 4-8.
I'm gonna do. If you do it, I'm gonna do the Skip Bayless thing where I say I motivated you.
I think that's the right move.
Gotta cover your bases.
I'm gonna do the
Good
Skip
idea.
Bayless thing where I have a framed Anchorman poster in my house.
Is that true?
Oh yeah, you didn't
Scratch
see
him on the outside of his island for whatever reason. He's got however many millions of dollars.
the video where he crumpled up the Dak jersey and threw it away. There was so much going on, but he had like he had like a runner in his kitchen, which was really weird. And then as he stormed out, you saw that in the hall there was a framed Anchorman poster that appeared to be unsigned. Like it'd be one thing if like Rudd's inking that thing for you, but I think it was just he just like bought the poster or printed it out.
Pure class.
Better that or like a
Anchorman.
Scarface poster. Like if he had the traditional Scarface poster up in his house, like I feel like he would get dunked on more because people would take him think like he really he believes it.
I feel like
anybody
Patrick would do that stuff, but he appeared in all those like Sandler movies, so he would like have the ones that he was in. Like with Skip, it's like no one's asking him to like be in a movie.
Dan Patrick dropped a hard F, and I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry. And I remember around that time I was like, I think that word's over.
That was like 2009. Yeah.
Is it Costas or is it Al Michaels in basketball?
Costas.
I had to figure out like why
Actually, maybe
Jenny
both.
McCarthy was sucking a trailer hitch.
Costas was in a lot of stuff too, I think, but relatively a lot.
A lot of people don't remember Will Ferrell actually said the N-word on Saturday Night Live.
Oh yeah.
That's a true
Got that
story.
filed away right next to Sarah Silverman's blackface.
You can look that
Just
you
in
can look
case
that
I
up.
get too excited.
I saw a
Lots of
video the
pieces
other
of the
day.
system.
I saw a video the other day that it was a comedian. He was talking about how Jimmy Kimmel famously, not Jimmy Kimmel, sorry, although Jimmy Kimmel for sure did blackface, but Jimmy Fallon did blackface on SNL, and people dug it up, and they're like, and I do agree with what Chris Rock said about it, which is like, yeah, like he did that shit, and everybody watched it, and then like went to work the next day, and were like, cool. And like had no issue with it. So it shows how fucked up times were. But the comedian's like, so I saw everyone was mad at Jimmy Fallon. And then I saw this video of Chris Rock explaining that, times were different, blah, blah. And like, you shouldn't judge them for back then because times were different. And then I realized that video was Jimmy Fallon doing blackface still. Outrageous joke. I gotta find what comedian did that.
You guys got any inkling on what Rihanna might come out to? I'm kind of on Team Disturbia myself.
Disturbia would be my leader in the clubhouse. Although I retired from picking halftime show openers because I was on a hot streak, and I just after the Katy Perry one, after I just fucking nailed Dark Horse, I was like, I'm out of the game. So officially, I don't pick anymore. But on brunch this past week, Pete picked Stay, which we then amended to Stay by Dave Matthews Band. And then we picked a Dave Matthews Band cover set. So check out the brunch podcast on Wash Media.
It's an entirely different artist.
It's definitely going to be something produced by Kanye because, you know, we all hate Kanye as a society. And so, like, I'm sure he'll have a heavy presence or his work will. But, you know.
I think that's part of why they didn't give why Pusha T didn't win anything at the Grammys last week. Seriously. We don't want someone going up on stage and thanking Kanye West or bringing Kanye West with him.
Good point.
Jake, what say you?
I'm going to Love the Way You Lie, bring out Eminem, KJ's favorite rapper, and they're going to do a joint appearance. Surprise by Eminem.
Notably, written papers on it.
Yep.
Wait, and Eminem, or are they going to bring out Maya Rudolph?
You're over my head at this point, but if it gives you joy, then keep running.
Well done.
KJ got the joke.
Done. It can't be a sexy Marshall Mathers, is what he's saying.
Yeah.
Is that the video with Megan Fox where she gets beat up?
Yeah, because that song is some not so good stuff in it. Has not.
I think you're thinking of the end of Jennifer's Body.
A woman just went through a lot.
Okay, he's chasing.
Dabbing on it now.
Come on, Jake.
To be honest with you, I realized the second you said that, when you posed the question, I don't know the name of any songs anymore. I don't know if that makes sense.
That's why I made the joke. Like, that's the one I knew. I was like, all right, whatever. Like, yeah. I know Disturbia, but you already said it. What am I getting?
I don't know if that makes sense or not, but I don't know the names of any songs.
I'm looking at the full list of like the odds.
Like, I know the songs, but I don't know what they're called.
What about Pond to Replay? Pond to Replay. How about that?
It's on here at plus 2,200. Like, there's a good 25 songs, and again, probably pointing out to why she's performing. And you start to realize, oh shit, I know all of these songs, but would never have pulled Shut Up and Drive out of my back pocket or whatever.
I'm just saying the smart
that's what the coaches are going to be saying at halftime to their quarterbacks.
No doubt.
They're going to say, quit barking at your offensive line. Shut up and drive down the field. A touchdown drive.
Okay.
Preferably.
I think the smart money is on Bitch Better Have My Money.
Well, I can tell you this. The thing I get most excited about for the halftime Super Bowl every single year is Monday night's Tucker Carlson. Like, he always just straight brings it the night after the Super Bowl.
Who's watching this?
Yeah.
What is this?
Did you watch it with your family?
That'll be great.
A satanic ritual at the Grammys again? Duh.
Did you see, by the way, a representative to continue the Satan conversation we had on Mondays, circling back? A representative from the Church of Satan came out and said they were not impressed by Kim Petras and Sam Smith's performance.
Try harder.
So they're just getting it from everywhere.
I didn't watch the Grammys. You guys were mentioning Stapleton a lot, right? And he's making an appearance, I think, on Sunday.
Yeah,
National Anthem.
Yeah, Stapes will be there.
Tie-in for you.
Yeah,
is he getting America the Beautiful, or is he getting National Anthem?
I think you know
National
the
Anthem.
National Anthem.
Well, I don't know. I'd like it's that, and then they shoehorn in a way to add some diversity into the National Anthem by throwing in a backup song, and they're like, "Give this one to Dionne Warwick or whoever else is available that day."
Yeah.
So
that would rock it, dude. If Dionne Warwick would like take a break and have a side conversation, that would rock. She just like, you're giving me this mic, I'm going to say a couple things,
bro.
Stapleton is not doing lift every voice, KJ, and I think you know that.
I think by and large, I think a lot of people would be pretty cool with Chris Stapleton doing lift every voice and sing versus some other choices, I would say.
Fair.
Yeah, dude, he's just like real. Like he's the real deal. His
God.
freaking dude, Stapleton, like a dude can sing. He's got
you know what he
pipes,
is?
man.
And like that's what I love about him. Like he just didn't go to Nashville and do that whole thing. Like
In person form, he
Babyface.
is he's September / like Everybody Wants to Rule the World. Those are the two songs that every human being fucks with.
Okay.
That's what Chris Stapleton is. We're like everybody appreciates Chris Stapleton. Even if you don't love Chris Stapleton, you're never like, get Chris Stapleton out of my face.
Well, do we want to
He's
do any
great.
picks or props before we wrap it up?
Anybody?
Davide?
Yeah, we could do a couple.
I'll do some props. I want to give Dylan props for just being what he is
Aw,
and who he is.
That's my guy, man.
I'd like to give KJ props for making it 10 minutes without making a September 11th joke. I'd like to give Dave.
Barely.
Yeah, it's actually not true. He probably snuck a couple in. Yeah, he actually texted me some during this. And I'd like to give the rest of the gang props for letting me steal the spotlight by what was it? What's the thumbnail chasing this whole time? I was feeling a little goofy.
DJ, can you show off
got a
that
props?
sweater real quick? I'm
What's
just
that?
now realizing. Can you show off your sweater for a second? Speaking of thumbnail chasing. See this guy?
Now it looks like I don't have a neck.
Pretty dope. Pretty dope.
Mm.
Jake, any props
Baltimore
you'd like to
Jake.
give?
orange Gatorade at plus 300. I feel like it's always orange. I feel like every time I think of that image, it's orange. You got a sneaky one though, clear / water at plus 750. I feel like we haven't seen that before, so that's kind of exciting to me.
Ooh.
Let me throw one at y'all. I had to just learn about this one. I asked these guys what an octopus is. Anybody else know what an octopus
Oh, dude, I saw
is?
that. I was wondering what that was.
Well,
Go to a Red
I
Wings
now
game
know.
for me one time.
5 guys.
An octopus is if someone who scores a touchdown right afterward also scores the 2-point conversion. And I'm taking yes at plus 1,400. Not a good bet, but I'm doing it because it's an octopus and I just learned about it.
Could see
Dylan,
it, like a Kelsey octopus, I could see happening.
Patrick Mahomes
It is.
rushes it and then he rushes it again
Maybe
on that.
Tennis ankle?
plus 1,400.
Eagles rush defense. I did do a little research. 21st. So Isaiah Pacheco over. There's a serious one for you. Patrick Mahomes over rushing yards. It's like 19.5. You know, he had a little bit against the Bengals. Just keep an eye out.
Dylan,
Deep
Dylan, are you going to put a Randy Johnson on that?
I might put 3 Randy Johnsons on that, Davey.
Oh, dude, 3 big units? That's serious.
That's right.
That's
That's
massive.
right.
I
Serious.
will
also
add. Go ahead.
Go ahead, KJ. I'll go
Plus
after you.
450
Yeah,
for a kick to hit the upright of the crossbar. I love it. Did I
that's
take
the
that from you?
exact one. That's the exact one I was about to say. Yeah, we're on the same.
Only other one I've got is a starfish. But I think that's what I was getting mixed up with. Octopus. That's probably something for post game. I don't know if they're going to actually put odds
Marine
on it.
biology is hot in the football streets.
That's
huh?
your recommended tab, I think, KJ. You're on the wrong page right now.
What color was
Clicking
it?
around the wrong windows. Hard to say. Actually, all bleached. We all know the answer here.
Okay,
Jeez,
jeez.
bro.
Let's do.
Not subtle.
Come on, man.
Never.
Jake, you want to save it?
Yeah, I was looking at Jalen Hurts over 5.5 consecutive completions at minus 125 because I ran some models that simulated this 10,000 times and found a 65% chance of Hurts cashing that bet. No, I don't know. I'm pro Chiefs. So
Thoughts on brothers
anything I
playing
bet
in
will
the
be on
Super Bowl?
Chiefs. Is this an Andrew Hawkins joke?
Oh, at quarterback.
Yeah. I saw the tweet. We all saw the
Just
tweet.
saying. Just
Wait,
saying.
what was
I,
the tweet? Wait, what was the
I don't
tweet?
know. I have no idea.
It was Andrew Hawkins said that his dad said something to him about, did you know there were 2 brothers playing
Oh,
against
no.
one another in the Super Bowl? And he's like, yeah, and I think they actually both played at Cincinnati too. And he's like, ain't no way Jalen Hurts played at Cincinnati.
Oh no!
That was a good tweet.
That's solid. Solid.
People forget John and Jim Harbaugh really were the first two to do this, but for playing, sure, but let's not get too crazy.
It must be like Mike McDaniel situation going on there I don't know about.
Okay.
Also,
All right.
I've caught passes from Patrick Mahomes before, and I just feel like I need to remind everyone of that. So that's why I'm
fair.
Yeah, you
That's-
basically are his training partner, right?
Yeah, no, we were repping out box jumps. Went out to the field, worked on some of his. It's not a surprise to me why he's able to do what he does outside of the pocket. I've seen it.
You've seen it in the
up
lab.
close and personal, yeah. So
Yeah.
none of that is just random. Like we worked on all that. So
Yeah, I was going to add, having the only high school from Texas with 2 players from their high school playing in the game, but whatever. It's a long time ago. But shout out to Shane Bichelle and the other person I can't name who also happened to go to my high school.
you probably needed that info before you made that reference.
Kevin, Keith, don't know.
Well, fellas, thanks for
Wrap it up.
hopping on. Jake, where can we find you, Jake Kemp?
I'm in Phoenix.
Okay.
Yeah.
At the Hannibal Burst show tonight in
We're
Phoenix.
looking for you, man.
Yeah, thanks, bro.
Are you doing any Super Bowl week parties?
Not really.
They famously kind of stink, man.
I know, right? Like,
They're
and
not
it's
that
funny
good.
too.
Famous.
And I know we got to go, but we did the media party Tuesday night, which is cool because it's a bunch of free stuff. But it's funny, you see the stratification of sports media by like who goes and who doesn't.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
like the actual cool people, like the big time people, they're like, fuck that.
I was gonna
Love
say
it.
that they'll lightly judge you and they'll be like,
Yes.
oh, like you didn't have anything to do or you didn't know about this
Right.
other thing.
Yeah. So you went to the media party. That's cool. I mean, I used to do that 20 years ago. So you
Oh,
can,
cool, nice. Did you get they probably gave you like 2 free Bud Lights? That's awesome.
Yeah.
Is your
did you
work
like-
paying for your hotel? That's yeah.
This guy gets it because that's exactly how it is.
Yeah, man. I'll tell you what, that week, I haven't been in a million years, but that week's super fun. A lot of my coworkers didn't like it because they would actually try to like do their job there. And I would go there and be like, yo, like this is the week where all bets are off. Like, let's make as much weird shit as possible. And we'd like sneaky kill it. And everybody else would be like, this stinks. I love seeing the stuff that people come up with on media night. Anyway.
Mostly like prosty or no. Like just looking around the street, like, is she working?
We're not doing
Is he
prosty.
We're doing Frosty.
I don't actually hate that.
Been in the
Jake.
lobby a little bit long.
Jake Luke, where can we find you?
Yeah, you can get at me on Twitter at Jake Luke. That's spelled Louque. I'm on the Baltimore Beatdown podcast for the next month, and we actually just got canceled by Vox Media, so that's really sick.
What'd you
And,
guys do?
for the future now. So yeah,
Is it because Lamar won't sign a damn contract or what?
yeah, it's just like it's sucking all the revenue out of the area, and they're just like, we got to get you guys out. So yeah,
Boo that.
Well,
Dang.
We'll have you back on here because I'll get real lazy as this golf stuff starts.
yeah, dude, I need all the juice I can get. I'm just trying to find a place to land. So keep my name in mind.
Come on my my YouTube channel. Famously, I'm unemployed right now, so I started a YouTube channel and nobody follows it. And
Well, Deej, I don't know if you remember, but I had you on back in
yeah,
So yeah, return the favor.
yeah.
There it is.
look at
All
us.
right, let's all go have a Whopper
People-
and get out of here.
People helping people. All right.
Hey,
Thanks,
Jake.
guys, for coming on.
Jake, you should do a Locked On Gun Trace Task Force.
I had David Simon on, the showrunner. So yeah, maybe I'll talk to him about that.
Showrunner.
Yeah.
Goat.
Yeah.
All right, fellas.
We'll
Lot of
look
fun.
Did you know he
guys.
made Generation Kill too? I watched it the other day. Pretty tight.
No, he did. I
Oh,
watched that
okay.
last month. I had no idea about it. It's great.
All right. I'll see.
Thanks,
y'all.
guys.
I'm Oscar Mike.
Thanks,
I
boys.
want my chips with the dip. That's all I know. I don't want my chips plain. I want my chips with the dip. So bring them dips.